Hey gang, how are you? I just thought I'd stop in for a few minutes. I've been dealing with lots of stuff around the house, and so that is that's sort of what's going on. So how are you guys doing? How's your week? I've come to realize that I've got to get some stuff ready. Stuff ready for the new fish room. I'm waiting on my payment, which should come in from the federal government at any moment. And I'm going to blow it all on flooring immediately. I'm just going to put it in my bank account, get something to eat, go down there and get the flooring. So I'm sort of excited about that. I'm like sort of on pins and needles, and I've got to move junk out of the bedroom. But I'll do what I have to do. That's the most important thing. Hey, no problem. Spray those fence rows. I decided on Sunday that my front yard, I mowed my yard and I realized my front yard just sucks. The grass is terrible. So I went out and hired True Green to do 7 treatments over the next year. I don't need to have the best looking yard. I just don't need the worst. And that's what I have right now. It looks terrible. So maybe I'll throw that in an upcoming video is how terrible my front yard looks. Hey, Logan's here. David Samsel. Lisa Perez. How y'all doing? It's great having you all here. Man, I am I got done with junk around the house. I did some work today and you know what? I realized and I just came to the firm realization that I need to sort of stop in and say hi. I know I need to put up more content, and I will. It's but I've just been in the process of getting these things built and all that sort of stuff. So getting this new fish room up, and it's going from there. Yeah, the Howard Hughes of fish keeping. You know what? I really don't like trimming my toenails, like Howard Hughes. Peplin Creek Aquatics. Good evening, everybody. Small Fry Aquatics. How you doing? Great having you here. It's Doug Gray brought something up today, and it's one of the great evils. He had a video that came, actually 2 videos that came out today. I've only seen one of them, kind of a loafer. Is that, hey, Melvin? Is that he brought up the evils of duckweed. And it's amazing. I always have one aquarium that has a lot of duckweed on it, and I go through and try to take care of it. Baltic Sea Guppies, how are you? Good morning to you in the beautiful Baltic Sea. It's yeah, so I went and did when I did my water changes this weekend, I went on a duckweed-a-thon. And I looked today just going, wow, there's one aquarium that's been really nailed by duckweed. Don't even ask me why. I have no idea, but I mean, I have gone to war with it. It's the greatest evil in fish keeping, besides maybe pond snails, which I've done a good job. I got those assassin snails, got them from Ambus Aquatics, and they're great. Hey, what's up, Aquarium Cop? Welcome. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Yeah, it's and someone said to me, well, why don't you just get goldfish? The one thing I may do, maybe not next year, but the year after, is do a water feature in the backyard and do the koi. I'm far enough from water, where there's running water. So, I can probably keep the egrets and stuff away. And obviously the fish hawks going from there. I know, Ambus Logan. That's it. It's the type of person. Yeah, that's what I do. I do that. I do that. Doug Gray. It's a never-ending freaking battle. Yeah, Bolo will not take care of the egrets. He won't know what to do with them. He was earlier this year being chased around the yard by robins. Robins. He had no idea what to do with them. He had nothing against them. I think that there was a nest not too far away, but it wasn't within the fenced yard. So I don't get why they were going nuts. Let's see here. Excellent. Yeah, Sunset Garami from Logan and Ambus Quacks. That's fantastic. Yeah, David Samsel certainly is. Totally is. It goes out of its way. I just thought, I sort of logged in. I'm going, is there a live stream I can participate in? And there wasn't. So I just said, well, heck, let me jump on here for a few minutes, go from there. Over here on my left, the paperwork you see, that's my taxes that I have yet to put away. No, today is Thursday. It's Thursday, and it's a special edition of Mobb Guppy. I just decided, what the heck, let's do it. And yeah, robins are mean. I will tell you, I was mowing the lawn in the backyard on Sunday. Out of the blue, the robins were sort of following around, and they were not going after worms. They were taking out crickets. A lot of crickets in the thing. And I know, Doug Gray, you've been in special quarantine because Philadelphia not only has had a lot of the Rona, it's also had a lot of crazy violence. So it's just best to stay inside. Definitely do not go out late in the day. That's sort of the deal there. Let's see what else is going on. I don't know. We've been real busy at work. We got about twice a year we get a report card, and it was really good. It was really, really strong. So that's good news. And considering how tough this time, this going through the COVID and going through all the different stuff we're all going through, the murder hornets, etc. Your name is Lisa, and you're addicted to guppies. You see, there you go. As you should be. Everyone should be addicted to guppies. I'm trying to talk to all my big cichlid fans. You need a couple of tanks of guppies. They're wonderful. It's you're inside and pumping out videos as if you were a younger, handsomer version of Bob Kaler that I actually am. Yeah, you see, the deal is, I have Bob Kaler's cell phone. I haven't called him. They gave it to me. I haven't texted him saying that I went live, but I was just happy he wasn't doing a live stream. I want to, well, actually, I would have joined his live stream and hung out for a while as I went and did stuff and going on from there. I'm enjoying. I just finished a delicious Ozarka water. It was wonderful. Redfin tetras, roughly 12. Well, you see, that may be a tip there, Small Fry Aquatics. Is that I'll move guppies out and do that maybe as I get the new fish room up and running. I can take that. I can take that to heart, and then put them in the show tank when they're done with their job. Yeah, well, here's the deal, Lisa, is that Doug is really good because he's been at a long time. He has shown those guppies and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of people online, and Doug Ray will agree with me. There's a lot of people plugging that they know a lot about guppies that don't. And excellent, a mango. Those are delicious. I love mangoes. I was married to a Mexican girl, so I got to know mangoes really well. The Mexicans love the mangoes, and I love refried beans. I love the whole thing. It's cabrito, uh, tacos borrego. I mean, it's I'm all in. Love the cabrito. I've got to find out. There's a real large Mexican American population not far from me. It's like 10 minutes away. It's like the county seat, and I've got to go drive around and see if I can get cabrito. If you don't know what cabrito is, this is like if you go to Mexico and people are going out for a fancy dinner, they're going out for they're going out for a traditional type of thing. They have cabrito, and cabrito is baby goat, and it is unbelievable. The other thing is a taco borrego. It's lamb taco. It's just, I mean, it's really, really good. Yeah, here's the deal, Melvin, and anybody who's new to Guppies, get Guppies, spend the extra money to get them from somebody like Doug Gray or myself. It's there are other people who sell good, nice guppies and stuff like that. They'll come into the room healthy, and they'll be totally acclimated to fresh water. You're married to a Mexicano. Excellent. Make him take you to have tacos borregos and have him take some cabrito for your anniversary. David Samsel, Fish Anonymous. My name is David, and I like aquariums. How many aquariums do you have, David? And by the way, the king of owning aquariums in here, Doug Gray has more than anybody in here. I think more than Logan, but I believe, he's sitting on about 90. Your son is Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Italian. There you go. That's a good mix. Great food. Puerto Rican food's really good, and of course the Italian food. What can you go wrong there? I mean, Logan. You don't have 90 aquariums. Oh, I just had a little lightning. It's kind of exciting. You have more betta cups. All right, well that's good. All right, sounds good, Melvin. 58, you think? You're probably about right. I have to go down and buy. I have to go to Springfield to buy more 10-gallon tanks. Uh, I'm either going this if I get paid by the feds for my stimulus money. I'll go. I'll get the flooring, and then I'll drive down after the live stream on Saturday. Chevy Fish, how you doing? Great having you here. Great having you here. Yeah, it's yes, David Samsel, there'll be more, and there should be more. You don't have nearly enough aquariums. Get your website published. I don't claim to be a professional guppy breeder, but that's part of the deal is buying quality guppies, mains, tails, fur, and fins. Lord knows I'm not the be all end all. I'm not in the league with Doug, but I have a pretty good idea of my guppies have been healthy, healthy, healthy. The people who purchase them have been very happy. So that's that's sort of the deal. Sort of the deal. Yeah, the Pingu Guppy history, you're absolutely correct, Baltic Sea. That's a great one. Doug has sort of inspired me, and after I get this new fish room set up, I'm gonna ship in a couple of pairs and try to get a couple of trios of really cool fish from Asia, from Thailand or Indonesia or Vietnam or what have you, and give that a shot because I really like to do that. That's fine, Lisa. Hey, everyone breathes for their own reason. It's what Doug does with his crosses. I'm very envious of. I think they're great. Breeding for yourself. It's again, it's a hobby. It's about bringing joy to your life and getting your mind off of things that you don't want to be thinking about constantly. It is the truth. That's the deal. You have hobbies because you need we are so most of us work or a good part of us work, not all, not most, work in reasonably sedentary jobs. And so the idea of doing something that is semi-physical, yeah, it can be physical if you're doing the buckets and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're walking back and forth doing stuff like that. It's good for you. So that's sort of the deal. The other thing I want to get, and by the way, the more aquariums you get, the more you go, I need to do this thing, I need to do that thing. I need to get one of those rolling carts, for with all my fish supplies on it. I don't have that right now. See, I'll be honest with you, it's a race I don't want to win anymore. Water changes are expensive and timely. Your water must be much more expensive. Oh, it's the Rocket City Triathlon. When I worked in Huntsville, Alabama, the company I worked for was a sponsor for it, and I got the T-shirt. And I went out and watched people who did everything. They ran 10 miles. They swam a mile. They rode their bike for 20 miles. Yeah, pretty fascinating. So I've had this pride now for about 17 years. Have I run a triathlon yet? No. Am I going to? No. I'm not going to run a triathlon, even though I've got to get into better shape. Yeah, my water here is not terribly expensive. I have never had my water go over 30 bucks a month. But it's just me and the fish. So it's really when it's all said and done, the people use in a shower, they end up using about 40, 50 gallons every time they do a shower. I change out probably a couple hundred gallons a month. That's like 5 days of showers if someone else lived with me. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, you bought a rolling cart, loaded with so much stuff, it's sitting against the wall next to the fish room butler. Yeah, that's probably what I'd do too. It's probably what I would do as well. I was like digging for something, and now tell me if you guys do this. By the way, 14 here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I appreciate all the thumbs up. Um, I have purchased stuff for my fish room that I have not used, and I mean, absolutely have not used. Change about 400 gallons a week. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's so that's 10 showers. Less than 10 showers. It's like an extra person in your house taking a couple of showers a day. How much does that add in really? Doesn't add much cost to it. Let's see what's going on. I'll take a look at my. Well, I actually paid my water bill last month twice. Don't even ask me how I did that. And let's see. Let's see if I'm probably not going to owe anything this month. But let's see. And it's all online. It's I. All I need is more papers in the house. I don't know about you guys. Is that if I can make everything online, uh, let's see, they haven't posted it yet, but I have a credit of $29.99 because I said never went over. It never went over 30, so it's $29.99. That's the most expensive one I've ever had. Oh, you're on well water? Yeah, it's I liked it. I had well water as a kid. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the taste. I like the sound of the water pressure thing turned on every time you used water. It was great. Or in the middle of the night, even when people weren't using water, every once in a while you'd hear the noise, and it would go out and make sure the pressure in all the pipes was nice and strong. Yeah, you know what? Small mainstays fur and fins. I don't see what the problem is putting plecos on a sandy substrate. In fact, I have seen that Tom Endler, who is a pleco catfish guy, most of his aquariums have that type of substrate. In my aquariums or actually my aquarium where I do have super red plecos and citrus, I have Eco Complete, which is real. It's lava rock. It's very fine sand, really, when everything is done, and they seem to like it. Don't have any problems. Chewy in the house. Chewy in the house. By the way, the first of the two videos Doug Gray put out was very funny. He had a very funny joke in it. I won't give you a tip. A little bit different than his normal dad joke, which I like most of the time. Elvis Parsley, I thought was fine. I thought that was good. You can pick. Well, I wish we could do that here in Missouri. We can't. Uh, it would be really nice if they could. Um, the electricity is pretty affordable here. But it's the electric company's gotten like two rate increases in the last 3 years, so it's going up. Chewy is a he and Chewy is a she. There you go. It's fine. Yeah, it's okay. You know, I don't think Doug Gray, I don't think you're asking us to like every one of these jokes, are you? I think you're just sharing these moments of good joy. Well, the IFGA shows Maine's Tails, Fur and Fins have been canceled for the entire year of 2020, hopefully to return in 2021. But there are other guppy groups. I need to find out what they are and join them and go in right from there. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, you don't use sand with plecos. See, there you go. Learn something new every day. Eco-Complete, though, is pretty fine. Just saying. About $5 a kilohertz. Let's see what mine is. Hold on. I got my power bill laying over here. Oh, I sure do. Let's see what I'm paying. Well, last month's bill was $134. And yeah, I'm paying 13 cents a kilohertz. 13 cents. So I'm paying a little bit more than double. And I have to pay a franchise fee of $8.04. But I did get there was a tax cut, so I got a little like $4 off. So that's good enough for country. I need I grind away all my bills, and I haven't done that. I have like a pile here. I need to go and do that. Do you like Warren G. Martini? As he played a lot of club, mixed minors. That's nothing without Robin Crosby. It's not the same to me. Round and round. That's right, Rat. Round and round. It's I think the whole rat and roll thing. Stephen Percy is their lead singer. He looks rough. I don't know how he sounds currently. He actually rat played not far from me in like October, but I forget what the deal was. I couldn't go. It's a great Geico TV ad. A great one. I love it. Hilarious. Yeah, it's the whole deal was I was listening to the guy on Sirius XM. Now my mind just went blank on his name. I want to go full Joe Biden. The guy who is the heavy metal expert, and he had brought up the subject that until like the late '80s, Rat and Motley Crue had sold about the same amount of albums and did the same type of thing. But obviously, Motley Crue, once they came up and they Dr. Feelgood and all that sort of stuff, boom. Yeah, excellent. How many kilowatts do I use? Okay, let's see here. That's a good question. Let's see here. 913 kilowatt hours I used last month. So there you go. So, but that's all air conditioning. My power, at least for for heaters and for all that sort of stuff. Maybe as I expand this fish room, I'll really see a jump in it. Mine's just not that much more. It really isn't. Doing Dr. Feelgood, that's when Tommy met Pamela, Budweiser girl at a club called Outlaws in Vancouver. Okay. Yeah, and it was really hot last month. I mean, we had like 3 weeks where every day got up to about 94, 95. And I realized I needed to put more insulation into my ceiling because it, is that when the air conditioning turned off and then turned back on, you'd feel hot air come out, which is not good. That's not what you want to have happen. You just don't want to have that happen. So it's just but I have like the double pane windows. I've got it's pretty fuel efficient house. So that's the deal. Big Tank Hank, what's up? Yeah, Tommy is a great drummer. Mick Mars is an unbelievable guitar player. Uh, Vince Neil, obviously not the greatest singer in the world. He's someone, by the way, I think who could spend time without drinking. I saw a bit on him on YouTube where this guy went in and, it's Vince Neil couldn't remember any song's lyrics. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I guess the other thing is I've got to go and scrape this one aquarium where I have, or maybe I just have to move a couple of plecos over there. Maybe that's what I'll do is move a pleco or two over there. I need to get driftwood for that tank. Excellent. I've not seen Athena Lee play the skins. Can she keep a beat? Of course, Neil Peart is pre doggone sweet drummer. Yeah, wow, that's yeah, I am guessing small fry aquatics. I'm not an electrical expert. My thinking is you may want to speak with an electrician and pay an electrician to come out $50 or whatever it is to look over stuff. But that sounds to me, that sounds something very fishy to me. That something is using power a lot. One time I did have. Do you have an electric water heater by chance? I'm big on. I have an electric water heater. Jim Scott was the drummer of the Scorpions. You use 2,323 kilowatt hours. Holy capuli, Doug Ray. Chewy, how much power are you using? It's our subject here. How many kilowatt hours are you using? Was 97 in Philly most last week? Yeah, it's and I'm guessing if I lived in a place that was 25 years old or older, my electric bill would be much higher. But on purpose, when I was going to go buy this, sometimes you just can't do that. I've lived in places, with new real estate's almost impossible to find. Is that is that a lot of these places are 30, 40 years old. They're not very fuel efficient. Turn the PA gear downstairs, it cost a ton. In the beautiful paradise of Canada, it's all good. Usually use about 1,000 a month. Yeah. I don't know what my average is going to be. I think my average will be, I'll know as I get into the winter and the fall. The one thing I have here that it looks like they just recently added natural gas lines to my neighborhood. I don't know why they didn't put it in first. maybe one of my projects is that I'll do natural gas for the water heater and for the furnace. But as of right now, I'm using electric. So, the and winters here, if it gets, it'll get below freezing a couple days, but not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Can you hear the thunder? We're getting a little rumble of the thunder. I need rain on my lawn, anyways. Yeah, that's what I understand. It's if all of a sudden when I get all these aquariums set up, all of a sudden I begin to look at that. If I can go and put in gas and set up sort of it'll make the house very difficult to sell. But I'm not going anywhere. They're gonna have to take me out in a tow tag. Take me out in a tow tag, man. I'm not. I'm here for the long haul. I'm here till I retire, or if they fire me, I'll just stay here. I'm not going anywhere else. I have moved all over the place, coast to coast. I have had enough moving. Then before you know it, then some I'll get some offer to go to some big city somewhere. It'll be too much money to turn down. But as of right now, that's where I'm at, and I don't know what I'd do with all the fish aquariums. Obviously, move them. Obviously, move them. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Missouri, you're very safe from hurricanes. The only thing, if all of a sudden one hit the Gulf Coast, we'd probably see some rain here. That's about it. Depending on how it moves north. But yeah, by the time it would hit us, it'd be all the energy would be gone. Just be like a normal thunderstorm. Just like a normal thunderstorm. So let me see how the rain is looking. And I have to refresh because it's not showing any rain at all, and I know it's raining because I can see it and hear it. And okay, let's see how this is moving. This can be almost completely over for me, depending on how it's running. Yeah, this is over for me. It's when this is it's a little bit of thunder is done. I'll be free. But it's nice to get a little rain. A little bit of rain ain't bad. Everything is on one floor for me. VB23. Got platies with my guppies. Let's see if they can coexist and give me fry. Depending on how much cover you have, VB23. If you have a lot of cover, you may be okay, but otherwise they're going to be going out saying, delicious baby guppies. Those platies will go nuts. They're a carnivorous sort. Also feed a lot. That also will help. When I mean feed a lot, do small feedings before 5 a day. And that may work out just fine for you. All right, gang. I am gonna hit it. I just want to stop by. I gotta get some junk done around the house. And I get to go to bed in about a little over an hour. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you on Saturday. I'll be here at 1 p.m. Eastern time for an hour of mayhem in the Fish Room Barbershop.